Howdy everybody, David here, and this is a Fantasy Age tutorial on how to generate your ability scores for your Fantasy Age character. Now, in Fantasy Age, there are 9 different core abilities that you're going to need to have for your character. Now, the 9 ability scores are Accuracy, Communication, Constitution, Dexterity, Fighting, Intelligence, Perception, Strength, and Willpower. And that pretty much encompasses your entire character. Now, to get these non-ability scores, you have 2 options. The first option you can do is your standard traditional roll. Well, in the rules, it is 3d6, and then you take that number, and then to the right here, you are going to basically convert that big number into a smaller number, and that's where a lot of confusion has come into play when a lot of new players come to Fantasy Age. They kind of goof up their character. I hate to say it like that, but they'll use the whole number that they rolled, whether it be a 12 or an 18, and then they never convert it down to the ability modifier, and then the game is pretty much just broken from the high numbers. So for option 1, let's go ahead and roll a number, and I'm going to show you how to convert this. So like I said, you're going to roll 9 times, and I'm going to roll here on my desk. Oh wow, I never roll like this, but I just rolled a 17, which, as you can see here on the here on the chart here, when you roll 3d6 and you have a 17, that converts it into a 3. So the 17 is actually really worth a 3. Now we're going to do this 8 more times. So my second roll is an 11. Nope, I'm sorry, a 10. And you can see a 10 is worth a 1. Next roll is another 10. So that is another 1. Fourth roll is a 13. Wow, I'm actually rolling pretty good. Usually I don't roll this good. And that is worth a 2. Fifth roll is a 9. Now, you're going to notice that a 9 is equivalent to 1. Let's go with my 6th roll. And that is an 11. An 11 is worth 1. So you can see all we're doing is we're just converting this number down. And a lot of people weren't doing that. So next score is another 11, and this is equal to 1. And then we have 2 more rolls. A 10. The 10 is equal to 1. And last but not least, come on, big number, a 13. So a 13 is worth a 2. So, wow, really, these were actually really good stats. I actually had no zeros and no negative modifiers. So that is really nice. I'm actually really surprised that I rolled that well, to be honest. So this is option A. Now, after you have your 9, your 9 abilities, I have a 3, a 1, a 1, a 2, a 1, 1, 1, 1, and 2. That's not too bad. So I would, I'd be able to have something with really nice starting primary abilities and actually secondary abilities, because your character has primary and secondary abilities, and they're different for each class, which there are 3 core classes: the mage, the rogue, and the warrior. So, they're different on all 3 of those. So that's the first way that you can do that. So now we have our 9 numbers, and we can put that anywhere we want. So if I was going to do a rogue, I would probably do something like, I would put a 3 in accuracy, because I would go ranged weapons. And if I was going to go, if we were going to play Titan's Grave, then I would put that 3 in accuracy so I could have my blaster pistols and rifles. I would definitely go with like a 2 into dexterity. Probably a 2 into probably perception, and I would probably do some constitution as well. So, but that is actually really good. Now option 2, let's go ahead and take a look at option 2. Now option 2 is basically a point buy system. If you're used to, playing any game like Dungeons and Dragons 5e has a point buy, 4th edition, Pathfinder, any 3.5 stuff, they all have point buys, and this is no different. How it works here in option 2 is this is where you pretty much have total control of your character. There's no randomness, and this is a guaranteed and safe way to do it. If your DM, if he or she allows you to do it this way. So you're going to get all of your ability scores are going to start at a 10, all right? Every single one of them. And then after you have a 10, you are going to get 10 advancements or 10 points that you can put into your ability scores. Now, when you do this, you just can't put 10 into accuracy. It's not going to work like that. So the maximum that you can put is no greater than a 3 into any type of stat or any type of ability. So you can do 3 at 3 and 1 at 1, as long as you just do not go over a 3 in any ability. Now, take into consideration, you could go over a 3 after you've spent your points, because your race is going to give you a bonus, and also your background could also possibly give you another bonus as well, depending on how you roll for that. So this is actually a pretty nice system. I do like it. So let's do pretty much. I'm going to show you just an example on 4. So I'll pretty much raise up 4 abilities. I'll do a 3 and 1, a 3. So that's going to give us 2, and then that's going to give us a 6, and then I'll spend 2 in 2 other abilities, and then pretty much the everything else I'm going to leave at a 0. And then we'll kind of compare the 2 different rules on how we fared versus rolling versus a point buy. And I think I'll actually be pretty surprised for myself, because usually I do fairly horrible in rolling. You guys will always notice that when you're in the stream. I always roll so bad. Okay, so as you can see here, we spent our 10 points. So we have a 3, a starting 3, a 3, 2, 2, and then 5 zeros. Now, when you take option 1, you're actually taking a chance with RNG. So, and if RNGesus isn't on your side for the night, then it could end pretty badly for you. Because you can actually, as you can see, you can roll a -2. And I actually did that. On the first character that I ever created, I rolled triple snake eyes. It was not good. So I have 10 points over here, and then I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 advancements for rolling. But I rolled really well. I had nothing average. Everything came out above average as a 1 or higher. So 13 points compared to 10 points for the point buy. I don't know. That choice is up to you. I would probably go with, if I was to actually roll an official character, I'd probably use option 2 and go with the safest route. But that's just me. Some people love to roll. Some games are actually rolling only, and you can even kind of spice it up. And as an optional thing, and this is not in the book, so don't take this, please, guys. This is not official. But sometimes maybe your game will want you to roll from accuracy, communication, con, all the way down 3d6, and then after you have your ability scores, then you go ahead and choose. So you don't even know really what class you're going to play, what race you're going to need to be, and so you could actually, as an optional, sort of like a third option, you could roll straight down 3d6 9 times straight down, put them in order, and then go with it. So that's like an option that I've actually heard several games do already. So. But anyways, folks, there you go. That is, pretty much getting your ability scores for a fantasy age character. And I hope this cleared up all of the confusion for basically converting the big number into the smaller number. So please feel free to leave a comment down below. Please also like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And until next time, I'll see you later.